everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is trust yourself. Trust yourself. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, we do have a couple letters, so let's dive right into the first letter and see what she says. All right. This one is about moving back home. She says, now that I'm getting a divorce, I am not with my husband, who I moved out of town with. Should I move back home to my hometown? I have lived out of state for 3 years now, and I have 3 children, one in the 3rd grade, one in the 7th grade, and one in the 9th grade. They have made friends down here and don't want to leave. I'm stuck in a hard place, trying to figure out, should I stay here or go back home where we all have support from family? Okay, this is kind of a tough situation. And for me to advise you, I don't have enough information here, about your situation or your family. Are you in a home? Or are you in an apartment? You see, if you are in a stable home, that's going to be tough for you to pick up and move. All right? And your children are stable. So even if you are in an apartment, and when I look at, being in an apartment, you're still mobile. You can still pick up and move. And in that case, it's really up to you. If you feel like your family would do better if you went to your hometown, if you went back to your hometown around your own people, would your children do better? Would they be able to live a better life? Would they be happier around your family? These are things that you need to think about. All right? Because you could move around your family and it's worse. I don't know your family. You didn't say anything about your family. Would they be supportive if you move back around there? Families can be kind of funny sometimes, Just because they're your family and they're there doesn't mean that they're going to be supportive when you show up with 3 kids. Okay? So, you need to think about this. And if I were you, because I'm spiritual, I'd meditate on it. Whenever I'm about to make any large decisions in my life, I meditate on it to get the answer, to get the higher answer. You see, because this move could go either way. You see, because I don't know your family. You didn't say much about your husband. You said that you are getting a divorce. Is he looking to have visitation of the kids? If he is, maybe you won't be allowed to move out of state. You see, it's a lot of ramifications of your situation. So what I say is to meditate on this situation and see what comes to you. See what comes to you and what pans out during this divorce. You didn't say if it's a tough divorce. Is it going to be an easy divorce? All of that can have something to do with it. So with just the information that you've given, my advice is for you to sit with yourself and meditate on this situation. And the answer will come to you. If you're sincere in your meditations and just sit quietly by yourself, deep inside you will tell you the answer that would be best for you. All right? Okay. Now, and I hope that, what I've said to you helps. Now we do have another letter here, and this is more of a testimonial. All right. So let's see what she says. And she addressed this letter with the topic for today, to trust yourself. All right. Even in the first letter, trust yourself. Whatever comes to you doing your meditation, trust it. Okay. All right. Here we go. I am at the awakening and continuous growth of my spiritual journey, which has led me to awaken to my purpose of being. What brought me to this point, a crisis and trauma. I know many times, it does take a crisis to wake you up. It took a crisis for me. I got on my spiritual journey right after my traumatic experience with the narcissist. Okay? Sometimes that's what it takes. A situationship with a narcissist. We all have an idea what comes with this. This experience led to the acknowledgement of self-worth and the importance of spiritual awareness and continued growth. As I look back on how I allowed myself to get in and continue the situationship with the narcissist, I have been awakened to my thoughts on creating a false reality and the need to place other people's needs first and not value self-worth, which opens up a whole different level of need to be accepted or fear of rejection. Examples: a false reality. Thinking I was at the point in life, I am in my late 60s, where I would never find true love or acceptance. So I rushed or allowed myself to get into a situation. How could I think or have no trust in myself? It's not just you. A lot of us have found ourselves in that situation. I was 40 when I married the second time. And actually, I went into that marriage because I thought I was running out of time. Fear of being alone, and felt like, that was it for me. 40 is the mark. If you don't get anybody by 40, then you're going to be alone. So, I went into that marriage because of fear. The marriage didn't last at all. In 2 years, I was out of that. You understand? So I understand how you don't trust yourself. See, if you have self-love and self-worth, there's no reason for you to rush into a relationship. One thing, you won't feel like you're alone and you won't feel desperate. So you won't find yourself in that kind of situation. I did not want my children to feel a need to worry about me living alone or not having some sort of companionship. And last of all, experiencing the disrespect from the narcissist and providing chances for the narcissist to change were all clear examples of false reality and disrespect of self. Well, see, you realize this because you're on your spiritual journey. This is what happens in the healing process. Everything that you have gone through becomes clear. Clear. Anything you want to know about it, it will be revealed to you if you ask for it. All right. And your time with the narcissist actually teaches you self-love. It really does. If you learn the lesson, people. In closing, I continue to learn to see people for what they are, what they show or demonstrate, to be known the importance of self-worth. Listen to my insight. Respect the gift of knowledge from the highest source of being, and hold tight, relax, and continue to enjoy the spiritual ride. I hope you found some pearls of wisdom in that testimonial. self-love, self-worth. Ladies, if you are in a difficult relationship right now, it's a lesson. It's a lesson in it that you need to learn. Just because you're in a tough relationship doesn't mean you got to stay in it. And why would you stay in it? Many women stay in these terrible relationships because of financial reasons. Religion has a lot to do with it. Ladies, you only stay in a terrible relationship because of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of what other people are going to say about you, or fear of repercussions. You stay in an awful relationship. I know when I was a young girl, it was during the time when men could beat their wives, physically beat their wives, and the law wouldn't even get involved in it. I remember seeing it as a little girl. Men would beat their wives in the house and outside of the house. When I was a young girl, it was kind of a normal thing to see that. And these women would not dare think about leaving their husbands. I don't understand it. Why would you stay with somebody who is brutalizing you? Ladies, now in today's world, the law will get involved and give you some recourse. But ladies, many of you are still staying in these abusive relationships, whether they're physically abusive or emotionally abusive. You deserve more than that. But you got to know it. You got to feel it inside yourself. You got to trust yourself, because I know that your intuition, that voice inside of you, is telling you you need to leave it. You deserve better. You don't need to spend your whole life suffering in a relationship, people. And many times, now I've stayed in relationships where I have been unhappy, thinking that, with time, he's going to change. He's going to be a better person with time. Just give him time to get himself together, and he's going to be a better person. Many times that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Because you are his crutch. You are enabling him to be abusive. Ladies, so when your very spirit says you've had enough and you need to leave the situation, ladies, leave it. Leave it. And I doubt it if your intuition will tell you to stay with it and work on it. Work on it. You see, we hear that a lot. Relationships take work. You got to stay and work on it. But that doesn't mean you stay and be disrespected. That's not the working on it you want to do. But people think that's what it is when they say, relationships are hard. You got to stick and work on it. What they mean is that you got to, tolerate abuse, cheating, whatever. No, that's not it. That's not it. When you're working on a relationship, it should be just a meeting of the minds. That's the work. The meeting of the minds, compromising, working together, that kind of thing. But not fighting with each other, because that is not working toward a better relationship. You're just stuck in a low vibration, killing each other. Don't do it. Trust yourself, ladies. And you will always come out on top if you do that. We were all born with the inner guidance system. Inner guidance. that speaks to you all the time if you listen to it. So trust yourself. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. And you will never go wrong. I hope that I've said something today that can help someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And also, if you're looking for your affirmation for today, the link is also in the description. I want to thank you all so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters, and a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.